Hi there, Jeff here from the Wetsuit Centre. Just going to talk you through the Rip Curl Core Fireskin for 2010. It's kind of Rip Curl's mid-range suit, so it kind of sits in between the flagship suit like the F-Bomb and the entry-level suit, which is the Dawn Patrol. But you get a fantastic amount of features. You get a lot of technology in this suit, which 4 or 5 years ago would have been like a top-end suit for sure. So I'll run you through some of the key features without boring you too much, and just show you what we get for your money. I'll show you the outside of the suit, then we'll turn it inside out for you and have a little look inside where most of the features are. On the outside of the suit, what you'd expect, you get the smooth skin. The smooth skin basically just stops any water and wind penetration through the front of the suit. So if you sat on your board, kite surfing, windsurfing, whatever you do, keeps the wind off of your core area, which is really important in the winter. In terms of stretchiness or flexibility, Rip Curl have used their E3 neoprene, which is basically the stretchiest and most flexible neoprene you can get on the market, and the whole top end of the top half of this suit. So I can just demonstrate that by pulling it for you. You can see how flexible that is. Okay, that means that it fits your body better. It means that you'll be able to spend more time in the water without getting worn out, and it will keep you warmer because it will hold to your body better. Okay, the reason it's so stretchy as well is the way that they place the seams as well. So the way they cut the panels, you can see that kind of V formation there. If it was a straight basic seam like that, then it wouldn't give you that flexibility, because they use that sort of oval technique that gives you more flexibility through the suit as well. Glued and blind stitched the whole way through, which means there shouldn't be any puncture holes going the whole way through the suit, basically, so you get minimal water penetration. But one thing they do to reinforce that as well, which you don't get on the entry-level suits like the Dawn Patrol, is this liquid taping here. So you can see that sort of liquid taping, and basically that just runs over the seams to really eradicate any water getting through the suit. Okay, good thing about it is as well, you can see how flexible that is. Let me just demonstrate that by giving it a little tug. Basically, so it's not going to restrict the movement or the pliability of the suit. A long word for this time of day. Okay, you've got the Duraflex on the knee pads as well, which stops any sort of wear and tear on the knees, which is the most critical area of the suit, which typically gets worn through the quickest. Okay, so that gives you more longevity, a longer shelf life on the suit. You get a little stash pocket as well, which is really useful. So your house key or for your car key, as long as you've got an electronic one, that will basically keep that nice and safe. There's a little toggle inside that which holds the key inside the suit. Okay, if I flip the suit around for you, you can see there's minimal amount of panels on this suit as well. That's what you get in the more expensive suits, which you don't get in the sort of entry-level suits. The smaller amount of panels they basically use on the suit will mean that there's less seams, which means there's more flexibility, and there's less seams, that means there's going to be less water getting into the suit. But obviously, because they have to cut from a bigger bit of neoprene, basically they can't make as many suits from that piece of neoprene. It makes it slightly more expensive. On the back of the suit, there's a little bit of technology here, which is definitely useful for keeping water out of the suit and keeping you warmer. It's the zip, basically. It's like an interlocking zip. As I open this, just to show you, just a nifty little thing that most of the companies do this day, is they just marry the neoprene up over the zip, so just it meets up perfectly, and it just creates basically like basically a perfect seal over the back of the suit, so any water running over the back of the suit won't go straight through the zip, basically. Okay. When you do open it up here, we can have a little look at the zip. It probably won't really get too much justice on the camera here, but basically the zip is completely interlocking, so once it actually zips up, it really shouldn't let any water through at all. And there's a few features inside the suit which just really sort of reinforce that to stop any water getting in, but I'll run through those with you in a second once we turn the suit inside out. Okay, so that's everything really going on the outside of the suit. So we turn this bad boy inside out, and then we'll have a little look inside. Okay, so here we have the inside of the Core Fireskin, Rip Curl sort of middle of the range suit. Probably the first thing to point out, which you're probably wondering what it is all about, is there are different colours of neoprene, or different colours running through this inside of the suit. It's basically the types of neoprene that they use. So I mentioned before, like the E3 neoprene is the stretchiest neoprene Rip Curl use, and it's pretty much the stretchiest neoprene you can get on the market. That's the grey areas, basically. So that's the really super stretchy stuff. And as we mentioned before, that's kind of in the upper body of the suit. So you can see that there, and around the back as well. The blue stuff basically is 70% as stretchy as the E3 apparently, according to Rip Curl, and that runs through the rest of the suit. Okay, so you still get a lot of flex in the lower body and in your legs as well. Okay, so you're not going to lose any flexibility there. But where the core area is, it's just basically the top top of the suit where your paddle zones are. That's where they use the really, really stretchy stuff. The red panel is basically like the firewall. Okay, now the firewall is a thermal material which just holds hot air against your body. It's really essential to have that around your core to keep your organs nice and warm. Okay, one thing that they do with this particular suit is have that on the chest area, and you've got that on the back as well. So you get that sort of fleecy material running the whole way through the front and the back of the suit to keep you nice and warm, which you don't really get on the entry-level suits. Okay, another little key feature that you get, which you wouldn't get on some of the cheaper suits, is this bat winch basically, which is just a stretchy piece of material fastened to the back of the suit, goes over the zip, and it basically goes over your head like that when you put on the suit. And the idea of that is obviously the main area which is going to let in water is going to be your neck when you're duck diving or when you fall off whatever you're riding. So that's really there to eradicate any sort of like cold water flushes basically. The idea being is when you duck dive, the water is carried through the back of the suit rather than down your neck and into around your kidney area. So that's definitely a good little feature to have in a suit of this price. That's pretty much everything going on the inside of the suit really. You've got the smooth skin collar, as you would expect, basically stop you getting any chafing around your neck. As I say, it's all glued and bind stitched as well the whole way through the suit. But essentially, I think I've covered everything that's going on the inside of the suit. Apologies if I haven't. But yeah, the Rip Curl Core Fireskin is definitely a market leader in terms of that kind of price range between £150 and £200, and you get a huge amount of technology for your money there basically. So it should definitely keep you nice and toasty and warm for the winter season.